Hello students and welcome to the lecture. So students, as we know that we are covering the financial system and basically what we are doing, we are covering the Indian stock market, right? These are the topics we have scheduled for the discussion like the introduction. Okay, let me highlight them so that you could understand in the proper manner. Like the introduction, okay, like the National Stock Exchange, like the Bombay Stock Exchange, like the market participants, regulatory framework, and the trade mechanism. Okay, we are left with the price discovery. And clearing and settlement, market instruments, economic rules and conclusion. Okay, so all the green topics we have completely finished. All right, price discovery in a midway or halfway. We had just started in the previous lecture and we had just discussed several facts and figures only. These topics are left to be covered. Okay, so this is the conclusion of our progress in the Indian capital market so far. All right, completely finished topics in a midway or the halfway topics and left to be covered topics. So we will start from where we have end up in the previous lecture. All right, like the matching orders. Till the matching orders we have discussed. We have discussed like what do you mean by the bid, or and you can say ask. Okay, so basically now we have the order book. In the price discovery we have the order book. So what do you mean by this? Let's understand. The order book is a central component of the price discovery process, contains a list of all active bids and asks for a particular security along with the corresponding prices and the quantities. All right, for example, you can say, suppose if this is a security X. Okay, so suppose there are bid 1, bid 2, bid 3. Okay, the bid 1 is 100 shares at rupees 80. Bid 2 is 100 shares at rupees 90. Bid 3 is 100 shares at rupees 100. This is the bid. Similarly, there is a ask 1, ask 2, ask 3. Okay, so ask 1 is 100 shares at 100, 100 shares at 110, 100 shares at rupees 92. So this is the just an example of the order book. Now you could see there are all bids okay, and all ask. Okay, so it's a central component, contains a list of all active bids and ask for a particular security along with the corresponding prices and the quantities. As we had discussed, all the active bids, all the active ask along with the corresponding prices and the, you can say, quantity. Okay, so that's how the order books work. All right, and order books basically is able to make the comparison between different bids and ask. All right, so this is called the order book. Okay, now let's move forward. Thereafter, what we have the price determination. Price determination, and determination is basically, you can say, it's also known as price fixation. Okay, like how much price should be charged. The price at which a trade is executed is determined by the interaction of the highest bid price and the lowest ask price in the order book. This is known as the bid ask spread. Like for example, this is the bids. Okay, this is the ask. All right, so here bid 1, bid 2, bid 3. Here ask 1, ask 2, ask 3. Okay, go by the concept. $100 shares at 100. 100 shares at 80. 100 shares at 92. Okay, for this 100 shares at 110. 100 shares at 120. 100 shares at 150. Okay, so what is the scenario here? Bid represents the buyers and ask represents the seller. Okay, so this is the picture. If we understood it by the example that the price at which a trade is executed is determined by the interaction of the highest bid price and the lowest ask price in the order book. Okay, like in the previous slide I had told you, order book basically gives the comparison between the different ask and bids for the security. Got it? So if we look at this particular picture, so there are 3 bids, there are 3 asks. All right, different bids and different asks, and now we have to compare. All right, and the comparison having the rule, also you could call it as a rule of comparison. And what is the rule of comparison? Rule of comparison is highest bid in comparison with the lowest ask. All right, highest bid in comparison with the lowest ask. This is the rule of comparison. So if we go by this particular rule, now see what is the picture. First of all, we have to look at the bid price so that we could find out what is the highest bid. So seeing this, basically we have highlighted that 100 shares at 100. This is the highest bid. Got it? Now we are required to look at the lowest ask. So lowest ask is 100 shares at rupees 110. Okay, so now if we compare them, 100 shares at rupees 100 and 100 shares at 110. All right, so it means that buyer is willing to pay how much? 100 shares at rupees 100 means rupees 10,000. Buyer's point of view. Seller, hundred shares at 110. 110, it means rupees this one. All right, this one. Got it? If this is the actual picture. Okay, now the question is, they both will be interacted and the final, and you get the mediocre price will be determined. So suppose if by comparing this one, the mediocre price which has been decided is rupees 10,500. Okay, it means that 100 shares will be available at 10,500 and this will become what? This will be the new market price. Got it? So now I hope you have got an idea about the order book work, as it provides a platform for the comparison. Okay, and thereafter the next is the rule of comparison, like how the things are being compared. All right, and thereafter the interaction between the buyer price and the seller price and the finalization of the market price. So that's how the price determined through the price discovery. Okay, always remember highest bid and the lowest ask price. Do not get confused between them. Thereafter the market orders, like how the price discovery in the market orders works. In addition to the limit orders, bids and asks, market orders can also impact price discovery. Market orders are orders to buy or sell a security at the best available price regardless of the bid ask spread. Okay, like if we talk about the bid ask spread, so from the buyer point of view and from the seller point of view. Okay, so if we talk about the buyer point of view, what was the buyer's point of view? The buyer point of view was that until or unless the 100 shares will become available to him at rupees 100, means he is only willing to pay rupees 10,000. Until or unless situation will be this, the buyer will not initiate the process of trading, right? Similarly, if we talk about the seller, until or unless the situation will be 100 shares at rupees 110, it means that total amount he is required to receive is rupees this one. Until or unless the situation will be this, he will not he will not sell the share. All right, so going by this particular definitions, what will happen? This is the limit set by the buyer. This is the limit set by the seller. So it means that that will be the which kind of order? Limit order. Got it? How the buyer and seller interact? All right. But when we talk about the, you can say, the market orders. So basically, during the market orders, doesn't matter what the price is or what the price could be. Basically, beside the potential rise, or you can say beside the potential price, the prime focus is on is on current price or best available price. Okay, this should be our prime focus. Okay, so remember, this is the live example again between the limit orders and the market orders. Okay, market orders are executed immediately, which can influence the prevailing market price. All right, for example, you can say, suppose if the XYZ share, if the XYZ shares are available at 100 shares at rupees 100, for example, total valuation is rupees 10,000. Okay, and there is an you can say speculation that maybe in future price will fall down. This is an speculation that maybe in future price will fall down. All right, but what happened immediately? Suppose the trader passes the order to the broker to buy the shares at this price, which is the current price or best available price. Okay, so there is a speculation that maybe the price will falls down in the near future, but the trader orders the broker to buy the shares at this price, and when the 100 shares of the XYZ bout, maybe the prices rises up. Okay, it means that the price for 100 shares was repeat 100. Now the price become 100 shares at rupees 120. Total valuation will be 12,000. Okay, so that's how the prices could be rise up. All right, although the speculation will be for the fall down. Similarly, if we take another example, suppose if the XYZ share is available at 100 shares at rupees 120. Okay, that was an picture. All right, and there is an speculation. There is an speculation that maybe prices will be goes up. Okay, there is an speculation basically. All right, but again, what happened? Trader ask the broker to sell out these shares. Okay, and due to immediately withdrawn from the XYZ by traders, what will happen? The valuation will goes down, and now it's become 100 shares at rupees 90. Okay, so here the valuation is rupees 12,000. Here the valuation will be rupees 9,000. Okay, so that's how the immediate withdrawn, or you can say selling off of the shares in the market, will lead to the downfall in the prices. Okay, however, the speculation was for the rising up, but in reality prices falls down due to the immediate withdrawal. Here also the speculation was the falls down, but due to the infusion of the money the prices will be goes up. So that's how the market price could, sorry, that's how the market orders maybe or you can say not maybe, basically market orders either rise up or take down the prices, either rise up or take down the prices. Okay, how we have seen. Thereafter, the efficiency and the transparency. The auction method used in the price discovery is designed to ensure that the prices are determined efficiently and transparently. Okay, by matching bids and asks in a centralized manner, the market can quickly establish a fair price for a security based on the supply and demand. Alright, because if we talk about the auction method, which is generally done on the basis of order book. Okay, so basically in this what we have seen, the price discovery is basically based on the comparison of different bids and ask. Okay, not only you can say the current situation and all. Alright, that's why the prices which have been determined are efficiently and transparently. Okay, by matching bids and ask in a centralized manner, it means that all the bids in one side, all the ask in the one side stand, choose the highest bid, compare it with the lowest ask. Alright, so this is called the centralized manner. Okay, so by this the market can quickly establish a fair price for the security based on supply and demand, because right now everyone is aware that how much bid could be done and how much ask could be done. Alright, thereafter the continuous process. Why it is regarded as a continuous process? Price discovery is a continuous process that occurs throughout the trading day as new bids and asks are submitted and matched. These process helps ensures that the price remain current and reflective of market conditions. Because it is a continuous process, that's why it's a dynamic process. Okay, why? Because in a trading day, on the regular basis, new bids are submitted and new asks are submitted, and then they will be matched. Okay, this process helps to ensure that the price remain current and reflective of the market conditions, because the new bids and new ask will be based on the current or prevailing situation. Okay, not on the you can say previous situation and the situation which was then when the previous bids and asks were submitted. Okay, thereafter the clearing and settlement. Just take an overview of it. However, I was planning to explain you the clearing and settlement in the next lecture, but whatsoever, just take an overview. Clearing and settlement are a critical processes in the financial markets that ensure the smooth and the secure transfer of securities and funds between buyers and sellers. These processes are typically handled by the clearing houses such as the National Securities Clearing Corporation Limited (NSCCL) for the National Stock Exchange and the Indian Clearing Corporation Limited (ICCL) for the Bombay Stock Exchange, among others. So basically, if we talk about this one, all right, suppose this is in buyer, this is in seller, all right. Buyer was offering price for 100 shares at rupees 100. It means total rupees 10,000 is a bid. Okay, whereas seller is asking 100 shares at rupees 110. It means rupees 11,000 is an ask, for example. Okay, so as we have seen, due to the interaction, suppose it is an highest bid, all right, this is an lowest ask. Okay, suppose due to this interaction, what happened? These 100 shares are now available at rupees 105. Okay, so how much the price will be? 10,500. That will the price. Got it? So now this is a situation. Means the buyer will pay 10,500 to the seller. In return of it, the seller will give the ownership of 100 shares to the buyer. This is the transaction involved. Okay, now the question is, who will supervise the transaction? Who will look after the authenticity of the transaction? And you can say who will basically settle on the disputes. So there are three conditions. Okay, first is supervise the transaction. Okay, thereafter ensuring settling of the transaction. The third is you can say handling the disputes. Who will do this? So for this, basically we having the clearing and settling houses. Okay, these clearing and settling houses are the responsible organizations which will ensure that the amount will be received by the seller and the shares will be received by the buyer. All right, and basically for trading, which type of account we use? Come on, I had told in the previous lecture also which account we used for the trading. Demat account, right? So students, here we have taken an overview of the clearing and settlement. In the next lecture, we will continue from here. Till then, just revise all the facts and figures in a proper manner. Okay, till then, thank you.